Hello, dear friends. Welcome to today's session on Padhai Se Dosti YouTube channel. So, in this particular session, we are going to discuss about the location and extent. So, let's see what it is exactly and which two countries we are going to discuss in this particular session. Okay, so by using few hints and flags of two countries given below, we have to identify the names of that two country. So, you can easily able to name these two countries by using this small quiz. So, let's see what clues they have given through this quiz. So the second largest populated country in the world. So which is the second largest populated country in the world? You all know it is India. Okay. Then the famous for spices in the world. Again, it is India. Then third one, cricket is popular sport here. So it is also India. Here it is a famous samba dance. Okay, famous for samba dance. So which country is the famous for samba dance in the world? So you can easily answer it is a Brazil. You may have seen in different web series or different movies this samba dance. Okay, or any reality show on TV. Okay, so no known as the coffee pot of the world. So coffee production is very high in this country. That's why known as coffee pot of the world. So again it is a Brazil. So football is a very popular sport. Again it is same country Brazil. So in this way you can able to answer the names of two country which flags shown over here by using these clues. Okay, so let's move ahead. Summarize something about our country. That is a Republic of India. This is official name of our country. Okay, so capital is New Delhi. Not only Delhi, it is a New Delhi, right? So let's see the location, extent, and boundaries. Before that, let's revise some basics. So to know the extent and location of any particular country, we need to know the clear knowledge of map, how to read map. Okay, so this is particularly political map of our country. So here index is shown. In index you can able to observe the different things. Here you can see this pink line shows the international boundary. This sky blue color line shows the state boundary. This particular symbol shows the national capital region. Okay, then here some codes they have mentioned: DNH, DD, PY. So they shows the different union territories. Okay, remember this thing. Here you can able to observe some measurement. So it is a 68 degree east, 72 degree east. So though there is no E written over here after this 72 degree, but remember this is only the eastern part of that particular globe. Okay, so eastern hemisphere part. So remember, though it is not mentioned over here, so if it is a E over here and some figures given on the right hand side of that particular figure, then remember they all are the eastern longitudes. Remember this thing. So here it is a 36 degree north, and below also you can able to find the same thing. So if it is above 0 degrees Celsius, then it is in northern hemisphere, and if it is below the 0 degrees, then it is southern hemisphere. Okay, so I hope you know all this thing. What is a longitude, what is a latitude? So basically longitude are nothing but the imaginary line which joining the north pole and south pole. Okay, they are how much? They are 360. 180 in eastern hemisphere, 180 in western hemisphere. Okay, so let's see what it is exactly. So here you can able to observe our globe here. So to measure the location and extent of any particular landmass, we can able to understand all these things by using these imaginary lines. Okay, so the vertical lines like this. So like these lines. Okay, they are the semicircular in nature like this. So they are joining north pole to south pole. Okay, so if it is in eastern part, then it is known as eastern hemisphere. Then if it is in western part, then known as western hemisphere. But which is the reference line to decide which line is on the eastern side or which longitudinal line is on the western side? So remember, here is the Great Britain, and here is London city. Near this London city there is one place known as Greenwich. So there is one meeting of geographer taking place over here. So they decided that the line, vertical line passing from this London, means the Greenwich city near that London, it is taken as a reference longitude. Okay, also known as prime meridian, right? So this is a reference line, and the lines means the longitudinal lines which are eastern, which are in the eastern part of this particular prime meridian are known as eastern longitudes, and which are in the western part of this particular longitude, that is prime meridian, they are known as the western longitudinal lines. Remember this thing. So here is our country India, which is entirely in which hemisphere? Eastern hemisphere, because you can easily mention this particular thing by observing this location London, and our country is definitely on the eastern side of this particular city. Okay, So we are going to see all these things, don't worry about it, just understood the concept. Okay, so we have already discussed the longitude, let's discuss the latitude. So what is a latitude? It is a line joining the points which having same angular distance around the circumference of the earth. Okay, suppose here, imagine there is a center of earth beneath this crust. Okay, and suppose I want to join the line around the circumference of earth like this. Okay, which is equidistance from that particular center. Okay, so if you didn't understood this particular definition, then just remember they are the horizontal lines parallel to each other. Okay, and they reduces in their circumference from equator to the pole in northern hemisphere and in southern hemisphere also, they are known as latitude. Okay, so here the horizontal imaginary lines, they are latitudes, and the horizontal sorry vertical imaginary lines, they are known as longitudes. So remember these 2 points. By observing this, we can able to answer some questions regarding the location extent of India. Okay, so let's see the location, extent, and boundaries of our country. India is located in northeastern hemisphere of the earth. So I have already discussed with you guys. So here is our country, India, and if we divide this particular globe into two parts based on the longitude, then we get the eastern part and western part. As I have already told you, prime meridian means the reference longitude passing from this Greenwich city from London. Okay, so remember this thing. As our country lies on the eastern part, so it is in the eastern hemisphere, entirely in eastern hemisphere, and the equator, which is somewhere here, which passing from this Indonesia and the middle part of Africa, that is, it divides the earth into two equal parts. The northern part is known as northern hemisphere, the southern part to the equator is known as southern hemisphere. So India is entirely located in the northern region of that particular imaginary horizontal line known as equator, 0 degree latitude known as equator. So India is above that equator, that's why it is in northern hemisphere. That's why here what they have mentioned, India is located in northern and eastern hemisphere. Okay, so it is located in the southern part of Asian continent. So if you consider the this entire region, see the cursor. Okay, so here this entire region is known as Asia continent. Okay, so this entire region comes under Asia continent, and if you consider the India and its surrounding country like Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, etc., so they all are in southern part of that particular continent and also known as Indian subcontinent. Why it is known as subcontinent? Do you have this question in your mind? So let's find its answer. So you can able to observe here the Himalayan ranges. Okay, so Himalayan mountains located like this, they have almost covered the 2,400 kilometer stretch from this Pamir Knot to the Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, and here you can able to find the Suleiman ranges in Pakistan and some part of Afghanistan. So here you can able to observe that the entire southern Asian part is separated from the entire continent by this particular mountain ranges, that is Himalayan ranges and this Suleiman ranges. Okay, and it looks like a separate subpart of this continent, and that's why it is known as subcontinent, Indian subcontinent, which covers the 4 to 5 nations, this India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, and this Bangladesh. So 5 countries comes under this particular Indian subcontinent region. Okay, so remember this thing. Let's move ahead. With the help of figure 2.1, means this particular map, we can find the extent of the mainland India. Fill the degree values in the blank spaces. Okay, so here you have to fill the degree values, means the extent we have to measure, the longitudinal extent and latitudinal extent. So what is the longitudinal extent over here? I have already told you the vertical lines, vertical imaginary lines with joining the two poles, means north pole and south pole, they are known as longitude. So if we want to measure the longitudinal extent, so we have to consider the westernmost and the easternmost point of the our country, and we have to take a difference between that two points, the longitudinal distance we have to measure. Okay, so here you can able to observe it is a 68-degree eastern longitude present over here. So the you can able to find this particular point, westernmost point of India, which is just near to this 68-degree east longitude. So here you can able to put that value here, 68 degree 7 minutes east to the, here you can able to observe 96 and it is somewhat ahead of 96. You can able to take 97 here. Okay, so here it is a 97 degree 25 minutes eastern longitude. So we have discussed the longitudinal extent. So let's see the latitudinal extent. What do you mean by latitude? They are the parallel horizontal lines along the circumference of earth. Okay, so remember this thing. So here you can able to see the 8 degree north latitude over here. Okay, because it is above the 0 degree equator, right? So here 8 degree northern latitude you can able to see, and India's mainland is just above this 8 degree latitude. So here you can able to put the 8 degree here, 8 degree 4 minutes north to the here 36 plus something. So here 37 degree 6 minutes north latitude. Remember this thing. Here 8 degree 4 minutes north to 37 degree 6 minutes north latitude, and between the 68 degree 7 minutes east to the 97 degree 25 minutes east longitude. Remember this thing. So Indira Point is the southernmost tip of India. So here you can able to observe the Indira Point. This is a Andaman and Nicobar Island, which is also a part of India. Okay, and here Indira Point is located, the southernmost part of the India. Okay, and here Siachen Glacier is there, where my cursor located. So here in Siachen Glacier, you can able to find Indira Col. That is the northernmost point of our country. So this Indira Point is its 6 degree 45 minutes north parallel located on this particular latitude. Okay, so observe the figure 2.1 and identify the countries and water bodies around India and complete the table in your notebook. So let's see which table we have to complete over here. So remember this thing we have to cover. So here the neighboring countries, seas and oceans we have to fill in this particular part. So on the eastern side you can able to see which countries they share their border with India. So on the eastern side you can able to see the Myanmar and Bangladesh over here. Okay, so this is India. Here you can see the easternmost side, Myanmar and Bangladesh. Two countries are there, and the Bay of Bengal is located on the eastern side, then northern side. So if you consider the northern side, then you can able to see the China here, then Nepal and Bhutan. These three countries, they are on the northern part or share the northern boundary of our country, and there is no any water body or any ocean in northern part. Okay, then let's see the western part. So in western part you can able to see two countries. One is Afghanistan, second one is Pakistan, and here on the western side you can see the water body known as Arabian Sea over here. Okay, so remember this thing. Two countries and one water body is located on the western side of India, and in the southern side you can able to see the Indian Ocean and Sri Lanka as one of the major nation. Okay, there are many small island nation like Maldives or Mauritius and all these things, so they are not shown in this particular map. That's why I'm only covering the Sri Lanka as the southern country with sharing the southern maritime boundary with our country. Okay, so maritime boundary means what? The water boundary. We don't have direct physical link of land over here. There are some island group known as Ram Setu, Adams Bridge, but it is also not continuous. Okay, so it is particularly the Palk Strait over here. Okay, there is a water body, narrow water body. That's why we are not considering the actual land border over here. We are considering the maritime border over here, right? So in this way we have completed the India's location, extent and its boundary. Okay, so guys, I hope you understood this particular topic in very well manner. If you have any doubt, do comment, share this session with your friends so they will get benefited during this coronavirus lockdown period, and they will remain in touch with their syllabus. Okay, so do share this session with your friends, do subscribe this channel so you will get the more and more interactive session related to your academics. So have a nice day guys, thank you.